So, a friend of mine, Insane One, did a video about the black men. We need to get ourselves together, and it got me thinking with that. And what I realized is that, or what I've come to the conclusion is that we stop developing. We hit a certain age, and 18, 19, 21, whenever, and we believe that's it, and we've reached our pinnacle, or okay, I'm who I am. One thing that I've been taught, and I believe and I see, is that development is throughout the lifespan. I mean, we are constantly evolving as people. I mean, we can, well, or I believe that we are constantly examining the changes in our life. I mean, from the psychosocial, from the psychophysical to the conceptual thinking, everything. And basically, key questions or answers are like, what is the real difference between the way you think as a child or the way you think as a man? And is there really a quantitative difference? Do you really get to a point where you are thinking like a man, acting like a man? Because as a man, you know to change yourself. You know to continuously evolve as a person. I'm saying this because when I look at certain people in my life, I notice that they are quantitatively the same. They have not evolved. They have not become adults. They are still the same children that I knew when I was 15, 16, 17. They still try to live their life in that aspect, in that way. And I'm not saying it's sad or pathetic, but it comes to a time when we must grow up, or we must continue to grow. Right? I'm going to use myself as an example. My story is very simple. School, I went to school, and graduated, and for me, college was a real sense of exploration. For I have changed my major many times. I have started off in early childhood education, special education because of my mother. That's what my mother does. It's funny in that in the end, I always wanted to be a psychologist. That was my initial thing. Then I wanted to be a school psychologist. I found that interesting, but then it evolved to anthropology. Then it evolved sociology, and then I was introduced to medicine, which I have a love for and a passion for, and I find it's what I'm good at. I'm good at medicine. I'm good at helping people, and I have a desire and want to help people. But again, I didn't go to school until later in life because of family responsibilities and me having to take care of certain people and me having to put things on hold. That's okay. I'm not upset with that. I'm not angry about it. But one thing about going to school later in life is that I learned that, or having to put school on hold for times, is that you learn yourself. You learn what you want to do. You learn what you want to be. You get a great sense of self. That's one good thing I can say about going to school later in life and continually develop. I mean, me going to school, or school is a time of development for a person. And if I would have stopped and I would have continued with early childhood education, I don't think I would have continued to evolve as the person that I am. That's, I mean, it's what is it? It's more of a gradual accumulation of knowledge, and I mean, through shifts of thinking from one period to the next. Okay, when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I was an adolescent, I thought as an adolescent. When I was a man, I thought as a man. As a, not a middle-aged man, but as a man in his peak. I think as a man in his peak. I think of things that I want. You get to a certain point, okay, 20-year-olds, you want to, have sex with women and have fun and drink and party and drive fancy cars. As a middle-aged man, you want to own a house and to have a family and to be entrenched in your career, establishing your name, establishing your legacy on the world. As a middle-aged man, you want to be cementing that legacy. As an older man, you want to be able to look back and self-actualization, where you realize, you know what, I made an impact on the world, and I will let history judge me, but still you're satisfied with the impact that you made on it. With most men in the African American community, okay, they reach a point and that's it. They enjoy the corner. They enjoy going to clubs and doing or whoring yourself to women and all this type of stuff. And you reach that point, that's it. They don't continue to evolve, or it takes some type of life-altering event to change their perception. Well, basically to conclude, I just want to say that as men, don't think you being told something that you're not a man. You are a man, but please don't think you can't learn anything. You can. You can learn things in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s. Don't be so prideful. Don't be so arrogant and stubborn that you turn it down or you throw it to the wayside. Thank you all. You have a good day.